It's a bear. Good morning. Hey, what's up? This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals in beautiful Lauderdale by the Sea. Got the Deerfield live cam up today. And man, look at this ham taking up all the photos right here. I think even the angry old men look fish down there are a bit perturbed by it. Wow, lovely day out there. Oh, check out this. Just a clear day. Lots of look downs out there too. Well, let's go move into markets here and see what's happening this morning. Appreciate, sorry about Friday's video, by the way. I was pretty late getting it out. I didn't realize how hard it is on Apple devices to transfer to the cloud and then retransfer large files. Takes forever. I don't know what happened to the days of pulling a little card out of the side of your camera and sticking it in your computer, and it's almost done instantly. But anyways, I will find faster ways to do Friday type videos and get them out to you a little bit earlier than we did. So sorry about that. Hey, dog days of summer. I think that's kind of what we're looking at right now. It's quiet out there. And we experience this almost every year at some point where things just kind of quiet down sometime in the year. And right now it's the dog days of summer is why we're seeing lower prices in not lower prices, just kind of sideways. We were not really seeing lower prices. In fact, last week, for some reason, we saw prices shoot up dramatically and then just kind of back off slowly and still holding on to above that 1800 level, and silver holding above that 25 level, and platinum again holding above that 1,000. You know, holding well, obviously it's been holding that $1,000 level for quite some time, so that's not a big deal. Let's take a look at the gold spreads though from last night when markets opened up. 1806 to 1817, and on silver 2534 to 2565, and platinum 1050 to 1068. Looks like platinum's trading at the high right now of the overnight market since last night, and apparently gold and silver are not. They're down a little bit. I think we're going to trend downwards a little bit today as well. That's what it's looking right now. 1817 again being the high in gold. 1806. We're sitting currently in New York at 1811. So that kind of tells me I don't think we're going to see 1870. Well, it's tough to say. Coin said a bear today, and I kind of think we're going to see a sideways market. I don't think we're going to see much up in metals today, gold or silver. Platinum, I'm not so sure about. Up $20 here in New York. Let's look at silver prices, 25.43. Yeah, kind of sitting right in between the low and the high from the overnight market. So again, I think we're kind of like dog days of summer. We're going to be trading sideways for a little bit here. Let's take a look at ZH. Very quiet out there in news in general. Not a lot to talk about. Jay Handers put out an article here that COMEX silver 21 cents, which really this past week, just kind of give you in a nutshell, we witnessed one of the ridiculous errors in the CME group, COMEX Silver Warehouse reporting. One of the COMEX approved warehouses fat finger mistyped a comment instead of appeared into their eligible COMEX pile adjustments. In doing so, they infer they added over just 1.5 years global silver supply with a few silver-laced misplaced keystrokes. So fat fingers, yeah. Okay. In doing so, I know this because I spoke the following day, and this 1.2 billion ounce silver reporting error dwarfs the LBMA's March 2021 124 million ounce error. I find that extremely interesting as well. And they are errors because someone does catch them. But I wonder about all the errors that nobody caught. So that's got to make you wonder sometimes as well. Not too much to talk about in this article, and a couple things that he does bring up is the derivatives. For the year 2020, London and New York COMEX markets traded over 234 billion derivative ounces of on-paper silver. We all know this. This is why everyone was so excited about the Basel III agreement going into effect, but apparently it doesn't seem to have done much at all. Correct me if I'm wrong, but on the other hand, too, prices haven't been monkey hammered that low, so let's see what happens. This is kind of a good infograph. Let's take a look at here and see if I can pull that up for you. He was talking, Jay Handers was talking about that in his article there. Infographic, paper silver versus physical silver. Again, we're kind of beating a dead horse. This is something we talk about all the time. Almost, all of us know about this, except for maybe some new people listening. However, the paper market, we'll discuss it again. The paper silver market is 200. We'll just go over some basics too. Is 243 times larger than the physical silver market. It's what we talk about all the time, that the silver bars here would be the dog, and the paper market would be the tail. And the tail has been wagging the dog for quite some time now, quite a long time. And again, look at the paper silver market is 243 times larger than the physical market. That's just crazy. That 243 times going into the paper is money that should have gone into the physical market somehow, some way, and but it doesn't. Paper silver trading volume versus physical silver supply, 243 to 1. 7,300 tons. I'm sorry, 7.3 million tons of paper silver traded annually in London and on COMEX. That silver doesn't even exist. Does that even exist above ground? I don't know. 30,060 tons annual physical supply trade. So, wow, 7 million tons trades on paper. But it kind of makes sense in some way. But are those trades with real silver, allocated silver, real silver, or are those unallocated trades? I'm likely to say they're unallocated trades on silver that doesn't even probably exist. And you wonder why the silver market hasn't exploded to the upside yet. It's because of this kind of manipulation and monkey hammering that they've been doing for years. However, he even points it out in this article, at some point, and it already is starting to blow up in their faces. It's starting to blow up in the faces of the LMBA. It's starting to blow up in the faces of the COMEX. So we're going to LBMA. I'm sorry. God, I always switch those two words up. LBMA and COMEX. So we're going to see big things in silver, I think, in a couple years. Mr. Handers puts it at 2023, his estimate. You know, I'm kind of thinking it's going to be a little bit sooner than that, but that wouldn't be a bad estimate in my opinion when we'll start to see $50 plus silver. I think it's going to happen sooner than then, though. I really do. I just think we're going to wake up one morning and we're going to go, holy crap, and I say that all the time. Well, physical silver supply, annual physical silver supply, 30,060 tons, 0.4% of the annual volume traded, an insignificant amount. Silver mine production is 24,400 tons. Silver recycling is 5,660 tons. I didn't realize it was that little. Wow. And I contribute to half of that. No, I'm just kidding. Wow, that's a lot less than I thought. Silver bars held by exchanges, 17,278 tons. 0.24% of the annual volume traded, supposedly 12,608 tons in LBMA vaults and 4,670 tons in COMEX New York vaults. Paper trading versus physical trading. The LBMA, 250 to 1. Wow. COMEX is 886 to 1. Far more leverage into paper silver than LBMA. However, when these towers start coming crashing down, folks, you don't want to be in the way of those. That's for sure. I wonder who's going to bail them out too, or if they even will get bailed out, or what kind of cockeyed scheme that they'll come up with to try to avoid going belly up. But they will. COMEX and LBMA, in my opinion, will go belly up at some time, and that'll be the the catalyst, or in fact, the catalyst has probably already started. Physical silver, high purity coins and bars, and they're talking about the different types. Okay, physical silver is a tangible asset, intrinsic value, costly to mine and refine and mint. A physical asset outside the financial system, which is really a key thing here. Physical silver has no counterparty or credit risk. Physical silver, a monetary metal for thousands of years, from leading silver refiners and mints. So there's a lot of, investment physical silver they're talking about here. Bullion coins and bullion silver bars. There's 17,700 tons of American silver eagles minted since 1986. 9,800 tons of Canadian maple leaf. And I suspect there's probably at least double or triple that in bars out there. In total, 27,500 tons of silver have been minted by Americans and Canadian silver maple leafs. Again, that doesn't take into account 100-ounce bars, 10-ounce bars, all the other products out there that are included. So there's quite a bit more than that. Actually, I'm sure you could take those figures again, triple them, quadruple them, and that would probably be more accurate. What's sitting out there? Paper silver equals unallocated synthetic fractional backed silver on silver, derivatives on silver, and other claims on silver. They're pretty good visual thing that they've got going on here. God, I forget what they call these. Is it visual infographics or something like that? And it talks about OTC derivatives, exchange traded funds, unallocated silver mining stocks, screen silver. And let's go down here. I haven't even looked at this myself. I'm looking at it as we go too. Physical silver is real and tangible. It's kind of comparing the two different things, and I think we have seen this before. Storage of physical silver. You got to store it, vault safe deposit boxes. Invest in physical silver metals. Wow, that's a long one here. Well, I'm going to show you where to find this at here, and let's see if I can just click that and give you a link. No, I guess you can't read that. Let me go back one here, and it's Bullion Star. If you go to Bullion Star and type in that URL, infographic-paper-silver versus physical silver. Boy, that's a long URL, but if you type that in, they really got this super cool infographic here. It's kind of visual on things that we've been talking about over and over and over for the last year and a half. So let's move along to gata.org. Again, not a lot to talk about today. I'm going to kind of go over this real quick. Nothing new here, though, more or less. And then we're going to go into Thursdays and Fridays videos. I'm going to answer a couple questions that I saw there. And that's it. We'll close it up early today. And let's see here. Commodities soar except for gold and silver. Their miners are afraid to ask why. You know, it kind of confounds me too. Why the mining industry, who has big interest in prices of silver going up higher and higher, and gold as well, that they wouldn't be more vocal about this monkey hammering and manipulation they see by LMBA, COMEX, the short contracts that are out there, governments. They're just quiet. They're very silent. Maybe they're just afraid they're going to get their mining permits taken away or taxed more heavily. Who knows? Well, I'll move along here. Not too much to talk about again. I just kind of mentioned that. GATA.org has rather been quiet. Why? Because I think, again, we're in the dog days of summer. A lot of people are on vacation out there getting the kids ready for school. I think school's coming up pretty soon, isn't it? If they're not already going to school soon. I think this is the month where some schools start opening up. Well, really, let's see what happens when it comes to schools. Did I go into ZH at all? I did. Hang on one second here. And let me just kind of back it up. There we go. No, I can't do that. Can't back up there. And sorry about that. Didn't mean to bore you with that. I don't know. Can it? And we'll move along. Again, nothing really out here too much to talk about political stuff, but you and I could talk about that all day long. And Apple bans tender for anti-vaxxer. Sky News suspended by YouTube. Again, nothing really economic here, nothing black swan-like, rather quiet. Well, let's kind of just move back over here. We'll talk about the videos on, let's do Thursday's videos real quick. And let me pause that and hit the newest comments and answer a few comments. First, as always, I'd like to thank all the people that watch and hit that like button and subscribe button as well, and all my commenters out here. Thanks Joey, Dr. Doggo Hunt, Tropical, Bob Myers, and let me just look for a couple some questions here. And Stephen Pollock says, I'm in agreement with you, and I tell everyone to buy as close a spot as possible when it comes down to, I don't want, an ounce is an ounce and pure silver is pure silver. Absolutely, that's kind of what we talked about. We talk about that on almost every video, though. Thanks for watching, Stephen. I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, Ned, also. And just looking to see if I've got any questions here about product, because that's kind of what I want to answer here. Battleborn says, I hate it when dealers use fears of confiscation to sell. It's the same with firearms. Yeah, that's true. That's a good connection. You know, it's very similar. There's that kind of fear content that they're going to, or the fear that they're going to be banned entirely. And with coins, that's a little bit harder to sell. But with guns, you can almost believe that it's going to be your last year owning them sometimes. Thanks for watching Battleborn. I appreciate it. Ben Cayetano says, any monkey hammer going on today? Yes, sir, on a daily basis, every day that the market's open, there's been monkey hammering going on since the 1970s, somehow in precious metals markets. Some days are worse than others, and some days aren't too bad. However, our day will come here, and I know a lot of people are thinking, well, geez, I've heard that for a while. However, we've been through a couple good bull markets already. They're almost cyclical, like 10 years. The last big one was, what, 2012? Before that got monkey hammered down. Things are entirely different now. Things are entirely crazier than they've ever been, more screwed up than they've ever been. Nothing's fixed. And we're hitting that 10-year cycle again. What, 2022 would be 10 years. So I think, we're going to see another major bull. I don't think. I'm sure of it. So let me just say that. Thanks for watching, Ben. I appreciate it. And Celeste points out a good thing. The last few years, August has been good to metals with short spikes. I expect it. Well, let's see what happens in August, because it's been July was kind of quiet, and we did get monkey hammered a little bit downwards in July. But silver again holding those mid-20 ranges, which is real nice, and gold holding on to that $1,800 range so far. Oh, the coin spin, I can't bear it. It's funny. Some people, they say they like the coin spin, and if I didn't do it or I did it at the end of the show, they said, "Where's the coin spin?" Some people don't like that sound. I guess it's like fingernails on a chalkboard. Some people can deal with it, some people can't. Sorry about that, but thanks for watching, John. I really appreciate it. And Tree Climber, you as well. And let me see if there's any questions here. Luca Bichi says, is silver buffalo round considered an industry-known product? Yes. However, the silver buffalo round is just a design, sir. It's just copied by all these different companies that make it. It's called the buffalo or the Indian design. And modeled after the buffalo nickel. It's a pretty popular design, but it's not made by any one particular company. I guess there's a couple generic companies out there that produce those buffalo rounds. Even the United States Mints produce a silver buffalo 1 ounce, I believe, some years ago. I don't think it's a 1 ounce. Maybe it's a silver dollar. But it's a very popular design, and considered an industry. Yeah, any of the generic made by the generic companies that have a buffalo on it. There are some counterfeit buffaloes out there, so you have to beware. And again, as I always say, buy from people that know what they're doing, dealers and such. Would you buy that or a silver coin as a Krugerrand at 30 cents per ounce silver round? I'd buy whatever's cheaper per ounce. Silver Krugerrands, though, I think they're going to be way more than gold. I mean, way more than generic silver buffaloes. So silver buffaloes would probably be a better deal for most people. Thanks for watching, Luca. I appreciate it. 1-day spike, nothing to see here. Well, that's what it seemed to end up like, isn't it? It was just a 1-day spike, but I'm still curious what happened. Anyone know? Answer it in the comments today if you get a chance. Mark Morris says most people think investing in crypto is all about buying then leaving it to rise. It takes much more analysis. Uh-oh, I know what that is. It's got 27 replies, all from the same guy. I guess we'll have to delete that. That's one of those crypto scammers. Sherman Kern says, I thought the gold was being held from Venezuela. It was being held in the Treasury building in New York. No. I believe London is holding on to that gold, and I don't think it has anything to do with New York. This is a fight between Venezuela and London, UK. Let's take a look at Friday's video. Friday's video was a little different. I did a kind of a camera video, and I showed some different product. It took forever to upload it. Again, I apologize. I'll find a faster way to do that in the future. And let me just kind of sort by newest to oldest. A couple comments out here. Again, I'd like to thank everybody for watching here. Appreciate that. Thanks, Own Nothing to Be Happy, and Mr. Avila. Now do 2 silver coin ping test. Okay, we did the ping test to kind of show whether coins are real or not, or one of the indications you can use to tell if they're real. And yeah, you're right. It was almost midnight. We did have problems uploading the videos. Remind me not to do that again. And let's see. Thanks for watching, Linda. I appreciate it. Why the different sounds in gold coins? Well, if you notice, the buffaloes and the eagles and Krugerrands, they all have Krugerrands are eagles, similar carat, similar size, have a similar sound, and buffaloes and maple leafs the same way. They have that dull thud. It's because of the carat difference. Pure gold is much more softer, not as tinny sounding when you hit it. Thanks for watching, Inspector Jason. I appreciate that. And Joey and Linda, and here we go. Let me just kind of find a couple questions. Again, I'd like to thank everybody here for watching. Michael reminds me to have my coffee, and let me scroll up here while I'm doing that. Good deal, Mr. Awesome. That was actually a really good deal that you got there. Love my office. Never seen so much clutter. How you haven't you haven't seen nothing yet, sir. Thanks for watching again. And going along here, I'm just going to see if I got any questions I can answer. What was the estimation to be a retail on my desk? That, I really don't know. For Friday's video, I just grabbed a bunch of product, and as you could tell, I just threw it on the desk. It was a mess, but I don't know, $150,000. I'm not quite sure. I'll be quite frank with you. I didn't add it up. I just started grabbing stuff. It could be thereabouts, 100 to 150, but didn't bother. I didn't really look or pay attention. I just wanted to grab some product to show you guys. Probably in that range, though. Thanks for watching, Mr. Forney. Appreciate it. And you too, Platinum and Chris and Miss Johnson, Pudinda Johnson. I'm surprised you don't have a Sigma. I have one. No, I don't have a Sigma, but we actually have a XRF machine, which is like about 17,000, 20,000. Then we also do, what is it, specific gravity tester that we have that we bought special that just does gold and silver. It's made for that. So I've got quite a bit of nice equipment here. But the best equipment you can have is your eyes and your hands and feeling it, the physical and the weight and everything like that. So thanks for watching, and Sigmas are expensive, so you must be buying a lot of metal. You know, if you're not using your Sigma all the time too, go advertise to test stuff for people. You can probably pay for it yourself. Hey, thanks for watching, Miss Johnson. I appreciate that. Tropical says, what a beautiful mess. It was a mess, trust me. Celeste and Lorenzo. Lorenzo asked what kind of gloves I'm wearing. I don't know, man. They were just some black latex gloves we got. I don't know where. Probably purchased online by my sister, who does a lot of the purchasing for me through Amazon or something, or I'm not even sure. I'd rather not purchase through Amazon too. I'd rather purchase from a local guy, but I don't know locally who sells gloves. Lucas says, question number 1, why is 40% constitutional silver not being taken into consideration when it's only $1 premium? That's because typically the resale, that's a good question. Silver 40% is absolutely a lot cheaper, and was cheaper for quite a bit of time here. The only problem I got with 40% is that it's just so unpopular. It's tough enough to sell retail people 90%. I mean, a lot of people don't like it because it's dirty or whatever. It's hard to figure out because of the math, whatever reasons. It's even tougher to sell 40%. Not to mention, you know, most of the weight in 40% bags is not even silver, so you're going to be storing stuff that's mostly not silver. So storage-wise, I'm sure you have to have a lot more. 40 takes up a lot more space than the same amount of 90. And the other thing too is when you go to resell 40, it's so unpopular that dealers just bang it up pretty bad when it comes to the discounts and the premiums on this stuff. So that's why it's not popular in my opinion. Question number 2, with premiums at 285 and 90%, U.S. Constitutional 349 and silver bars, which would you invest in? You know, if the 999 silver bars are close to the price of 90% silver, within a quarter or 50 cents, depending on the quantity that you're buying, I'd probably go with the 999 because, again, it's a little easier to store, a little easier to sell, a little easier to figure. However, if you're going to just go by price point only, the 40% is the cheapest, but again, I'd probably steer you to the 90%, easier to store, easier to sell, more popular than the 40%. That's just my opinion, really. Well, that's really about it for this. As far as deals with gold and silver, premiums have come down, way down, folks. In fact, there's been no better time in the last year or so as far as the premiums and prices not being too bad either to buy metals. The summer doldrums right now create a great opportunity as far as premiums go. How long will these low premiums last? I don't know. But right now, you can pick up, I'm going to just kind of give you a couple numbers on a few different products. You should be able to pick up Eagles for, again, I think they're overpriced still at this price, but they're more reasonable than they have been in quite some time. Silver Eagles should run you around $145 or less, and Maple Leaf should run you about $95 or less premium per coin. Krugerrand should run you about $90 premium per coin or less. And let's see what else. 1 ounce bar is still the best deal out there. Should be running you about, let's see, 40.90 plus another $5, about 85. Well, give me 1 second. So I did the math around 45. $80. Spot plus $80 or less for 1 ounce gold bars and cards. And again, there's some other products out there that are good deals as well. Premiums have fallen on everything. So again, if you've been waiting for lower premiums, this is your time right now. It's a good deal. 90% looks like you should be paying spot plus $350 or less. 100 ounce bars are going to be $385 or less. 1 ounce bars and 10 ounce bars should be $4 or less per ounce. Again, they may even be a little bit cheaper than that. I got to take a look here. I haven't looked at the new spreadsheets. I'd avoid Morgan dollars, and I'd still avoid Silver Eagles because Silver Eagles still have a big spread on them. Wholesale's $5 to $8. Which means that you're going to probably be paying around $8 to $9 minimum for Silver Eagles. Why buy those when you can get 100-ounce bars or 1 or 10-ounce bars at spot +4, half the premium? It makes no sense to me. I'd still avoid buying Silver Eagles, folks. Oh, I already just did silver deals. Sorry, I kept the gold deal screen up there. Well, I just told you what all the best silver deals. The best thing I can tell you right now is I'm a local dealer only, and as you most all of you know this, and for the rest of you can fast forward if you like. So I can only deal with local peoples. I don't deal in the mail, and I don't deal online or anything like that. So you have to deal with me face to face. So what I recommend, if you don't live in my area and you can't come and visit me to buy or sell, find yourself a local dealer. Keep that money local. Buy local, spend it here, keep it here. It's very important to do that, especially in these times. And as I said, I advertise to beat APMEX, JM, SD Bullion. The big online sellers, the good online sellers. I don't think there's anything wrong with them. I believe they're all honest, and their prices are pretty good. But as a local guy, to be competitive, I will beat them, and your local dealer should be able to as well. Make sure you check with them to find out. There's convenience of having it show up at your door, but trust me, you won't get if you get a good deal from your local dealer, you'll also get face-to-face good advice like you will from us, and a lot of other perks there that go along with that. Not to mention, you are going to need to sell this stuff sometime, and the last thing you want to do is ship your stuff through the mail. Well, that's really about it. This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals in beautiful Lauderdale by the Sea. Call me anytime at 954-493-8811 between the hours of 10 and 4, Mondays through Fridays. Happy to help you out with any questions you have. And that wraps up this video for today. Hey, let's see what happens, and have yourself a wonderful day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Thanks now.